Hi. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers.
Pickers?
Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge.
She found a photo of Peter Piper.
They just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police.
Right.
Be a little nitpicky with this one.
Well, I already know she's not the one who the police were already informed ahead of time.
Yes. Well, I mean, she could still call the police.
I know, that's why I wasn't fully
Yeah.
tearing that one down, because like she could call them, but they already knew because of the letter that was sent to Dahlia.
Yeah. No, that letter was sent to Valerie. Melissa, by the way. Her name is Melissa.
No. By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred?
I believe the map would be of help here. On the map.
I was standing right over here. I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs.
Beautiful field. It was raining.
Like Cliff. Curtis.
So you took the photo from that location, eh?
Clifford. The dog.
So it would be fair to say that where the guy was, he was trapped because the bridge broke. The bridge is broken.
Where the guy was?
Yeah. Okay, so there's a cliff. Now show me the photo of them talking. I need to see what a cliff is. Oh, she's trapped.
No.
Yeah, but if you look at the photo of the bridge, it's broken.
Yep.
So it would be a dead end. She can't go anywhere.
Yep.
Also, that pushes the fact of there's no pushing the back. Why is she turning around?
Yep.
So how would he get that way?
Yep. No. Yes. Ah! It's in my head.
I brought the camera like I was
Fuck!
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Stop telling me nope. I'm correct. You said nope, and I'm like, but the photo of the bridge was
Nope.
broken. What?
Broken?
Salvageable.
Salvageable, yeah.
Step on the broken pieces. They might be dangling, but
Yeah.
Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, stand on the ropes, you know?
Fucking crab walk.
Yeah. Do like a splits. down the bridge.
Ooh, what a cute camera. Just like its owner.
Camera. Melissa Foster took the witness's photo with this, a small but powerful model.
Judge, could you stop trying to flirt with her?
Yeah.
It's making me uncomfortable. All right then, Miss Faye, time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, you make the witness cry again, and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers.
All right. Did you say wildflowers?
Yes, the mountain is famous for its beautiful spring wildflowers.
Gotta try and tame them. Oh, easy boy, easy.
It was the Jurassic World scene. I'm Chris Pratt.
He's got the clicker.
Yeah.
Ah. But it's only February. Flowers aren't blooming.
Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come.
Flowers aren't blooming.
I couldn't wait. I made them bloom.
Oh, I know just how you feel. It's just like when I first started growing this glorious beard of mine. I just couldn't wait, so I wore a dyed Santa beard until mine grew in properly.
Would you mind if we got back to the facts of the case, Your Honor?
I'm talking to you, you little son of a bitch.
Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge.
Tell your mom I'd love to see her again.
What? I don't even know who my mother is.
Then tell your father. Oh, that's right, he's dead.
How do you know that? Were you there?
Was there anything strange about the two of them?
I'm a bad girl. I know I am. It looked like they were having a really serious conversation up there.
I love that song by Billie Eilish.
Bad. So I decided to watch them, like some kind of peeping Tom.
No, not at all. Everyone is like that. I love watching other people fight too. In fact, I can't get enough of it. He's just a big fan of hockey. That's why he's saying that.
Yeah.
Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place. Too much info, Your Honor.
In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have kept watching them, especially just as they were.
Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely.
Suddenly they just started fighting!
Yeah!
Yeah!
It's actually the noise the girl was making.
Yeah.
The guy was more of like a stop!
Owie.
Do you have any idea what they were fighting about?
No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that?
Oh, I just thought that maybe you overheard what they said.
I would never eavesdrop. I've got more class than that.
What do you mean you would never eavesdrop? You're peeping on them! You just called yourself a peeping Tom!
And I don't feel good about it. But I wouldn't stoop so low as to listen to the conversation as well.
Yes, you would! That's the point of being the peeping Tom!
No, I just peep at them.
I just stand off in the distance going beep, 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 boop, boop. That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag down the witness to your level. Grr.
Good. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment.
Why did you take a photo?
Well, two of them were really going at it.
Oh!
Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter.
Liar!
I guess that part of me just kind of took over.
Actually, I don't know. You never talked about what you wanted to be.
A poet. She did poetry.
Smells like a lie to me. Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. So I wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this.
All I could do was use my camera, so I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police.
Now that we know that, next time we have to interrupt his court, we can just be like, I love your comedy routines.
Yeah. Oh. And right after that, I called the police.
We could smooth talk him. You called the police?
Yes, because it looked to me like the murderer was going to try to escape.
We were already moving before the call even came in. Thanks to the victim's note, we had already started our operation.
That was certainly tough luck for the criminal, eh? Terry Falls isn't the criminal. And there must be something strange in that girl's testimony.
Be careful, kitten. That girl has a judge wrapped right around her little finger. You're going to have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers.
We're going to...
Just to bring that up again. Yeah, you remember...
Go cry.
You remember in the second case, whenever Mia showed up and Goto was speechless for a few seconds? And you're like, maybe they know each other. I was like, oh, maybe they do. Armando.
We go back to the present like, Goto, I know your real name!
How do you know that? My name's Go Do. That's right, Diego Armando. That's a pun, by the way.
Sick. It's the last syllables of both names.
Yes.
Diego, so go.
Yeah.
And Armando, so do, go.
That's why it's
Clever,
pronounced that.
clever.
That's why it's pronounced that way. Yeah. Instead of Godot, like it's usually it's pronounced.
What, he doesn't want to be related to Gal?
No.
You're going to have to come up with something really good, Mia.
A steak lunch.
Trick.
Oh. Alright, what am I doing? I was taking pictures. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers.
Well, no, in the future, I don't think a steak lunch would be smart to give her. Because she'll probably poison it and say
she poisoned herself, eats it. Oh, wait!
No, she'll poison it and be like, could you try this for me? So I
Yeah.
can taste it all.
Yeah.
She'd like fake a bite.
Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge.
All right, yes.
Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment.
Okay.
And right after that, I called the police.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Died with a knife in the back, died from blood loss between 4 and 5. Right there, and then Dahlia... Melissa was right here. Right there, yeah, where White Scarf I did Gason, talk to Dahlia, whoever that is. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. This is the victim's body. Not wet! Also, the lock is broken.
That could be easily described like him just hitting it with the ball.
Yeah. Scarf, worn by the victim at the time of the incident. This is the crucial moment.
Yeah, where she had no reason to... She can't turn her back! There's nowhere to go!
Yeah, but we don't care about that now.
Not right now.
Water under the bridge. Haha, you get it?
Yeah, the water where that little girl fell.
Yeah. She's dead. She's been mauled by the rocks.
Oh. Don't worry, I'm not expecting to be in heaven anytime soon.
Camera, and then Melissa Foster took this witness's photo with this. It's a small but powerful model.
Okay.
Called the police.
No.
I took a photo that shows the crucial moment.
Yes. Well, I'm saying that's true. But no factor that matters.
They started fighting. Then I noticed there were two people up there.
But your back would have been to it. Because you were taking photos with wild flowers. I'm not questioning it. She just said she noticed. It's weird to notice.
I was entranced by the flowers.
I could care less about anybody I noticed.
I was using my camera to take pictures of flowers.
Okay. Suddenly they just started fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly they just started fighting.
There's no phone service.
But she didn't take a photo of them fighting.
There we go. It's like the crucial moment, yes. Okay. Sure.
That's why I was starting to repeat, they suddenly started fighting. I was trying to think.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly they started fighting. Suddenly. Alright.
You motherfucker.
And your next statement was, then I took a photo that. But you just said they suddenly started fighting. Yeah. Squeeze me. I don't think so. Witness, when you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? Look at it! All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally that kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that?
Well, you see...
The photo we
Dahlia's the girl that fell!
Dahlia's the girl that fell. And she took a picture! And that's the picture she took when she was falling! The photo we presented was the only one there was.
What, did somebody take a photo of the little girl that fell off the bridge? I was talking about the reason he got convicted.
Yeah, but that was like...
It's only 5
How many
years
years ago? 5 years ago.
It's 5 years.
Yeah.
She grows fast!
Yeah.
But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. Oh!
Oh.
My apologies, young lady. But Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit. He can certainly downplay a situation, can't he?
I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean.
You ran out of film?
This photo is the last one.
It's a digital camera! What?
Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself, playing among the wildflowers.
That's a Nick Cave song about a guy. That's the Nick Cave song I was talking about a guy who meets a girl and kills her within 3 days.
Yeah.
After he kissed. No, they sleep together. And then he kills her on the 3rd day after sleeping with her. Because she was too precious.
Precious is a good film.
Precious is what Gollum wants.
Good film as well. Good game as well. Next game is Gollum.
Such a good game, it shut the company down.
Yeah.
Now that's a good game.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Lord of the Rings was just Gollum chasing after Precious the person?
That's not what it was about?
As bad as it is, you just replace Precious's dad with Gollum. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
The witness herself. Then who took the photos?
Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it.
So you took the photos of yourself? I remember taking some photos of myself once too. Ooh. Please, no details. It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all. Wait, just a minute. Well, no time, sorry. Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh?
Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet.
I know.
I'm not sure Edward could get swayed. He's too much of a dick.
Yeah.
Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed.
Yes, Mr. Judge.
Boy, girl, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk.
Huh. It looks like the other kid in the room is the one that's getting all the attention.
Yeah, it's sickening. You better get out of here or I'll start beating you up. The victim turn around and try.
Well, let me read my lines first.
The victim turned around and tried to run away, but she only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back.
I'll read the fucking lines and see if they're important enough.
What? Only for this case do we care about pushing all of them. The victim, why do you think she tried to run away? With her police training, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on a criminal.
This was a large, powerful man with a knife. If it had been a quaggy woman like you, I'm sure she would have acted differently.
I bet. As you've kind of exposed it. Besides the fact I should have remembered her name anyway. Dahlia. Dahlia. Dolly Parton.
Uh-huh.
Lady in the middle of the room.
Uh-huh.
Knows the truth
Uh-huh.
of what happened when he got convicted.
Okay, but that's Melissa Foster, by the way.
Sure. Even when she first said her name, I knew that was not her name, and I couldn't even remember what her normal name was. She knows the truth of what happened. When they met up, the Falls and
Valerie?
yes, when they met up,
Yep.
she was confessing to him. You're innocent, yada yada.
Yeah, okay.
She was telling him the truth. Dahlia didn't like that and didn't want the truth to come out.
Okay.
Dahlia's the one who stabbed her in the back. But because I know Edgeworth's record, something's gonna happen. We're gonna lose this case. Our boyfriend is then going to push for her to get a murder trial for the death of Valerie.
Okay.
That's my theory right now.
Okay.
Quaggy? Quaggy?
Yeah, I called you Quaggy.
Quaggy?
Yes.
Quaggy?
I called you Quaggy, yes!
Just make Edgeworth angry by Quaggy?
Yeah.
Why, you If it had to be me, I'd probably have jumped into the river. There's still something wrong with this testimony. Yeah, it's the fact that the bridge
She got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. Stabbed in the back?
So you're saying Sergeant Hawthorne wasn't able to get away from him?
Well, it's a narrow bridge and it was swinging back and forth. If you ask me, both of them were in danger of falling off.
Kind of just like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
I only wish I could have done something to help her.
That seems to make sense. I wondered about that. Something seems kind of off, like a broken bridge.
Doesn't now. You have a good sixth sense.
I'm dead?
When you feel that something's off, that's when you need to figure out why.
Are you dead? Which one's dead?
Yeah.
Who's dead? I shot the victim with my knife gun.
Knife gun.
Hey-ya! Witness, your testimony is a joke.
Huh? What? But I just...
Miss Faye. Sorry, Mario came out.
Mr. Faye.
I thought I warned you not to make... I warned you not to make the witness cry. One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse. You say there were two contradictions? It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, she would have died. Again. Well then, she would have hit a dead end. You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have ran even 5 because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side. No! Get a hold of your dress. What does all of this mean? It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it. This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court?
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion.
Are you gonna say their spots were switched and she was actually on the other fucking side of the map? That's exactly what he's gonna do!
Nope, that's not what I'm doing.
What do you mean?
There's one major mistake in this diagram.
He's gonna say they fixed the bridge! You son of a bitch! So why didn't you represent it correctly?
It was a mistake. Oopsies.
You had Gumshoe
Oopsies poopsies.
bring the diagram and you didn't represent the diagram. You son of a bitch!
Whoopsies.
What did you say? What are you referring to?
It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it.
Blueprints.
Boop.
So you're saying...
I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident.
That's ridiculous.
You can actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. That guy is good.
That guy's gonna be dead. By me. Huh? What do you mean?
He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy.
What? That coward. Well, Miss Faye, seems you once again made a reckless accusation. I didn't, though. I made an accusation based off of the items we have!
I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
No. It wasn't your fault at all.
Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw.
Indeed. All right, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony?
But it's so hard to go on.
We're all on your side, Miss Foster.
There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir.
A name written in the mud just said bitch.
After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms, and he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
I mean, if it was on top of the bridge, it's still kind of hid. But all right, I'll just continue for a second. Witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up.
If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished.
Don't say that.
Oh well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte.
This trial isn't over yet.
Huh. That's what I like to hear.
In the bedroom?
Tonight.
He just lays in bed. He's like, tell me the trial is
I do.
What is the trial? That's right. Mia, what is this trial? It's not over yet. You're goddamn right. All right, Miss Faye, your cross-examination, if you please. Contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on. The attack. Now, if this was a James Gunn movie, this is when, like, the epic music would start to play and, like, everything would kind of slow down, but not go to, like, Zack Snyder's slow-mo.
Yeah. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms.
Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge?
Actually, maybe she did fall.
Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge. If she had fallen down, this photo wouldn't make any sense.
Then how'd her scarf get muddy?
If that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy.
If you don't mind, I was asking the witness.
No need to be so rude.
Well, young lady?
Of course she didn't fall down. Man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could.
Your Honor, coaching! That's illegal!
Well, one step too slow. And then what did the defendant what did the defendant do after that?
It's my cross-examination, you little shit!
Then he carried her over to the car.
You personally witnessed that?
Yes.
Did anything strange happen when he did that? Yes,
Well,
bury yourself. Bury yourself.
I don't know if you call it strange or not,
Bury yourself.
but that's when the victim's scarf fell off.
You mean this scarf?
Her words match what we found at the scene. I don't see any problem.
Well, that tells me there's a problem, probably.
I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden.
But he broke the lock on the trunk.
He did, yes.
I just took that as it probably won't lock right now. Because the lock is broken. You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself?
Yes.
Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult.
Yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that?
Well, the fact of the matter is that he did.
That kind of talk is just silly.
So what? She turned around. He grabbed a hold of her, stabbed her in the back, and held on to her so she didn't fall. And then picked her up and walked her over to the car.
Yeah. To hide the body.
Yeah, but you don't really hold somebody up if you're stabbing them in the back a couple times.
Grab arm, stabby stabby.
Her body's gonna drop.
That's why I hold arm, stab, pick up, fireman carry.
Yeah, but if you got one arm, some of her body should have still slightly touched the ground.
No, if you even like if you grab like the arm, pull her up.
Is this man King Kong?
Look at the man! He's holding a fucking steel ball at all times.
Wow, why did he get so emotional all of a sudden? Miss Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us.
You couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge.
Why would you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it?
Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people go up there.
But it's February, right? And it was raining that day, correct?
There is also a small temple and a channeling dojo there. You know those monks?
Oh great, Crane Village is right there.
They just love cold, isolated places.
So happy to learn that Crane Village is right around the corner.
I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, if the witness is merely reporting that she witnessed... Fuck! The witness is merely reporting what she witnessed with her own eyes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
And you're absolutely certain that it was my client who was carrying the body.
Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face...
So you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face?
Well, they were far away and it was fading as well. I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw.
Excellent! You're a remarkably honest young woman. Something about this testimony is bothering me. But what?
Hey, kitten. Have you ever put salt in your coffee?
No, why? Why would I?
Why not?
Huh?
It may actually go better with coffee than sugar, right?
I mean, I put salt in caramel.
Listen,
Because I'm a fat guy.
my point is if you're not sure, you might as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rust in something, like a piece of evidence.
He's right. When you go present something, you've got nothing to lose.
By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well after all.
Don't fall for my analogy.
By the way, I don't want you to think less of me. Alright, well...
Okay, stabbed her, picked her up, sure.
Yeah.
Next. Then he
Kill-
carried her over to the car. Okay, sure. Suppose that was the only way you can make the body stay hidden. I don't believe that, but sure.
Why?
The only way you can make the... Again, my thought is the lock's broken. But... He could have dropped her in the river.
There you go.
It's not the only way.
Yeah, but that's the best way to get rid of a body is to throw it into the river.
Well, I was thinking of like the multiple ways that he could do it. With her words being, it's the only way he could have done that.
Yeah.
Well, my thought is, well, the lock looks broken, therefore it might not actually be shut properly. And he's also in a wooded area. Could have dumped it in the woods. But he's also on a bridge with a river under it, and he could easily just kick it into the water.
That is the easiest way.
A killer not wanting his victim to be found, I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Well, what is it? Take another look at the map of the area, and you'll see how. There's no need to get attitude with my way of thinking, mister. I was just thinking of all the possible ways.
Yeah, but
and what evidence I had to prove it.
Everything else is... Well, we only have evidence of the river. We don't have evidence of the entire woods.
That's why I didn't use the woods.
Yeah. You're like, well, the river done. Got the answer. Don't even think about it.
There's a river right below the bridge.
That was it, right?
Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river.
For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered.
Except for that little kid that fell in.
Gone!
Good God. Ah! In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur the same spot above Eagle River, You can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. Order. Or. I'm not sure if I care for what for the way you put that, Miss Faye. But I must admit, it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river. What? Okay. Just gonna hold on to that thought. Well, Mr. Edward?
How sad. Perhaps Miss Faye would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature.
What are you talking about?
My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw.
Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all. God damn it! But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous.
Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car.
That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us.
Please, witness, go on with your testimony.
I'll try.
Yes, give me another fucking thing to contradict.
All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the main lady might yell at you again.
Leading! Who's he talking about?
Alright, I'll do my best. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up, then he carried her off to the car. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there.
Okay.
Yeah, alright, that's the news of it.
Great. What did the man do then?
Well, naturally he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself,
You have to call the police! And so that's when you called the police?
no,
You're sure that you saw all that with your own eyes?
yes, I'm 100% certain.
Evidence.
Ow!
Stabbed in the back. Got it.
Stab.
Next.
It's Dusky Bridge.
Sure.
She was right here.
Got it.
Alright.
Wait the fucking second. You
What?
can't see.
Ah!
Excuse me. You know, I don't like you, Missy. Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time.
Done what?
But we're gonna point this out, and Edgeworth is gonna be like, that was afterwards. There had been a landslide.
Yeah.
Those rocks weren't there before.
There's actually a small tunnel in that mountain.
There's a window tunnel
Yes.
all the way through. Made a crucial mistake. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes?
Yes. And?
Well, you're dumb enough if you didn't even catch it. It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. There's a whole damn mountain in the way. Hill, whatever you want to call it. I'd say mountain because it's like steep rocks, but that's just me.
It's more like a molehill. It's not that big. It's pretty.
A molehill. It's just a lump in the ground. We decided to over-exaggerate.
It's pretty small.
The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car, this outcropping of rock is directly in the way. Focus, man! Focus! That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. Go ahead, ruin it.
I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car.
That's right.
I'm sorry, your diagram is also just basically false?
Show another piece of evidence.
It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine.
The picture you took has a huge wall next to you!
There you go, yeah.
so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. There's a huge wall next to you. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. Ah! 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 Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. But still, you claim to have been able to see the killer's car?
No!
Come on, Edward. Come on. Order! Order in the court. What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo?
Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it.
But she repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was repeatedly warned. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh. That's you.
Mr. Judge?
What is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong.
Hey! Wait a minute. You can't just say that.
Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Other than my master, Manfred von Karma, he's perfect.
Yes, indeed, quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive is divine. Thank you, oh wise philosopher judge.
That's a good line. I might as well take that.
Huh. Get your own philosophy. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here. What? That's not fair!
Huh. Save the tears for later, kitten.
You want them in your coffee, Armando? Salt doesn't go well with coffee. But it's a good way to like keep refilling your coffee as you're drinking.
Yeah.
Ugh, this coffee's salty.
Ooh.
Yeah, all the water's gone. It's just my tears. Mr. Armando.
Don't look back until the trial is over. Now is the time to go forward.
But is Armando gonna turn out to be our boyfriend?
Wow.
Is that why he got the robot face? Is because of the poison? It didn't actually kill him. It just
Wow.
fucked up his face. But that wasn't fair.
Okay, kitten. You need to relax.
Is that why he's a top liked character?
Then you need to remember
The 5th of November?
the other kitten's testimony.
Gunpowder treason?
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there.
So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk?
Aha!
Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom.
When you care about baseball too much.
It was not the cat that just ran into my face.
I mean, your cat does that all the time to do a parkour backflip. I thought you did that because you thought the cat was going to hit your phone.
Okay, it's fine.
7-0.
I just, motherfucker. You motherfucker. I hate you. I hate them.
Well, witness?
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk. Because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it.
How did you see what? Huh? How do you know that? How do you know that? How do you know that? What? Let me see that photo. There are scratch marks, but how does she know that? She was nowhere close to see that. Nor could she see the photo of it, because I don't think TV is going to show the dead body. It's true. These certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied? The judge is on her side. Can't make any mistakes here. She just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere?
I'll buy it.
Yeah, sure.
Well, you know what? Yeah.
Melissa Foster, looks like you finally betrayed yourself.
What?
You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers, but even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? When did you get a chance?
When?
Finally. I finally got her.
Huh. I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. And perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself.
Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. My Magatama stopped working, the demon got in. The reason the witness had seen these scratches was... She put the body in. She did it! There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yes? What is it? It was her car.
Oh?
She just got it back from the police.
Yeah.
Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuck the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it?
That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison cut. He's the one that...
I was hoping the music would change when we gave that crucial piece of evidence. Or that big claim of like, you're the one who did it. I'll take it.
I mean, obviously she's a murderer. She's a murderer.
Yeah, but I wanted the music to change.
We're not there yet.
I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There's no need to break it open.
But he stole the car.
He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition.
Oh, I see.
No, you don't. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk.
No! Preposterous! To even suggest that the witness put the body in there? If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time, she was taking photographs.
Now is your chance, Will. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself. So you can set a timer. No offense, Mia, your take that is awful. I don't like that.
Her voice is, yeah.
In a sense that it's kind of irritating.
There's some that are not good. Later. But so far.
Take that!
Yeah.
Just a voice actor who didn't care. Take that.
No, it's a translation team. For Phoenix, for Edgeworth, for Goto, for everybody. For Franziska is done by the main translator herself. Janet Shu.
So the ones who aren't actually voice actors, they just like, we need someone to do the lines.
Yeah.
Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. I'm not done yet, Your Honor. Why? It's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture.
What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed?
Well, If she really did use the camera auto timer, then the answer is yes. She was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field. Could the defense please explain further?
Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question, we'll also make clear Miss Foster's true identity.
Well then, please answer this question.
Well, read your line! Where was Miss Melissa Foster at when the incident occurred?
Oh, where was Miss Foster at when the incident occurred? At the car. Probably on the other side of the road.
No.
No. She was where the killer is!
No.
So not at the car. Not at that spot. Oh! She's the victim. That's why her body wasn't wet. Because she was already dead. That's why she had a blue scarf! Because she didn't have a white one! Naturally, the witness was right here. But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. That's why you can't see her face. Order! Miss Faye, what on earth? Your Honor, if I may. After partying with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. Ah! But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim.
How asinine! Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim.
Don't call me that.
The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls!
You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne.
What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life! Then who exactly is the victim in this photo?
It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. What? The only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on that bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster.
Me?
Now we're gonna get questioned, how would she know? And then we bring up the record and be like, cause it's her. You know this little letter she left? It's her.
Ooh.
That's how she.
Well, how do you know that? Go get into it.
Because she'll freak out when you bring it up.
Oh! Arial font!
Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne.
But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
Her false testimony, the church. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore.
You're just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof?
Where's your proof?
Where's your proof?
I'm right. You're wrong.
No.
I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. Like my backside after my time with Armando.
Yeah. What would you want?
At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like.
Why? Why?
Nope. Nope. At that bridge. Alright.
Oh, sorry, you didn't read it.
Alright, just kick me out. That's fine. Wear a white scarf for identification. That's because he told her what to wear. So he
There we go.
ID her. My gosh, do I have to explain everything? I can't just say use that.
You have to explain, so I know you know.
It doesn't matter if I know if I get it right.
Oh, you gotta know?
No, they'll explain it for me.
No, well, sometimes, yes. I have let that happen. Because you were lost and you just happened to run into the right answer.
Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. Yawn! Boring! That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Even you, Edgeworth. Edgy, my boy. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? Yell. Yell!
No!
Did she collapse? Oh, she collapsed. 1, 2. Ring the bell. Let's TKO. Where's Miss Foster?
She's collecting herself in the lobby.
Armando! No!
What are you talking about? I'm here.
Oh, good. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together.
The only question is, why did she do it?
The truth. Well, isn't it obvious? Isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. Defense and prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor.
Understood.
Very well, this court is in recess.
I'm gonna go to recess in.
Oh.
Thank you for watching this episode of It's the Trials and Tribulations. Make sure to like, subscribe, which is.
I guess every day.
Bye-bye!